Pokemon United Division are Generation 8 originated non-programming games created by FanMon. Development began in March of 2021 and continues to do so today. Enter the Candos region, a region full of great history and adventure. However, it's under the attack of several evil organizations. Fear not, as gym leaders, law enforcement, and the champion will be at your aid throughout the story to restore Candos to its former glory. Our mechanic, or gimmick, as you can see on the screen right here beside the logo, is Ultranization. It's returning from Pokemon Uprising and Downfall, our Generation 7 non-program fan games. Ultranization is a force that once resided in the Candos region and as time went by spread it throughout the Pokemon world. Miss Mega Evolutions? Well, guess what? They're back in United in Division. Oh, and I forgot to mention something very important. Remember the question mark typing I just spoke about earlier from Generation 3? Well, in the Candos region, that typing is legitimate, and a majority of Pokemon, Porygon as an example, earn its elemental typing. Question and question mark type Pokemon are immune to Fairy, resist Psychic, Fighting, and Ghost types, strong against Poison, Normal, and themselves, and the weaknesses being themselves, again, and Electric. Considering a few of these question mark type Pokemon originate from technology and dimensions which have mirrors and reflections in them. Beginning with Season 1 of the Pokemon United Division YouTube series, Candos and History will be spoken about from start to finish. Moving on to Season 2, the series will transmit into the modern-day adventure where you pick up your starter and embark on your journey to save the region. And lastly, Season 3 will cover the post-game as the plot thickens. So why did we do it in this order? We chose to do this in this order because it saves a lot of time from creating a separate set of videos covering all there needs to know about the Candonian history. Second of all, you will quickly understand that certain pieces of the plots in Season 2, either if it's for the origins of the mascots or alternation. The roles and origins of specific legendary Pokemon that contribute to Candos' formation. This will be an episode explaining which legendary Pokemon from other regions helped the Candos region form, alongside the Candonian legendaries. Origins of these Pokemon will be spoken about through Candonian legends and what we believe makes the most sense. You can believe that Mew gave birth to all these legendaries, sure, but these are our beliefs about them, not yours. Ultranization and why the original power was torn apart. This episode will cover the true origins of Ultranization and why it was torn apart into what we know now as Ultra Orbs and Ultra Shards. Now we understand what you're thinking. Fanmon, why would you make the origins of a mechanic that you introduced 4 years ago when legends in that region explained already? Lazy material! Well, guess what? Ultranization and Alola was only a teaser for what's going to come next. In fact, Pokemon Uprising and Downfall only have a few Ultra Orbs in there. Whenever they are used in Alola, they permanently break, as they are not native to Alola's gimmick being Z crystals, and the Cosmos doesn't allow it. Along with the formation of the region, Ultranization will be spoken about as regionally as possible, including its purpose in other regions such as Alola. Pokemon DNA in the Candos region. Believe it or not, Mew's role in the Candos region does not matter. In fact, the whole universe where our game takes place, Mew is simply a cat. Ditto, everything except for the breeding. Meanwhile, in Arceus' universe, it serves its purpose there as the ancestor of all Pokemon. Anyways, Fakemon and those elemental mysteries, that's what they're called, they have no name as they're not Pokemon, are the ancestors of specific Pokemon and their typings. Healers as an example. If you watch the video on its Pokédex information, the first of its kind, or the Alpha Heatlet, was the first bug type to exist, even before the arrival of Anorith and Armaldo, who are also ancestors of most, I didn't say all, most bug type Pokemon. While Anorith gave birth to some bug type Pokemon, its creator, the Alpha Heatlet, has DNA to all bug type Pokemon. It will make sense once that episode releases, hopefully. The formation of a law in Candos. Oh, this one is going to be good. Candos is the only region in this universe that have a proper law and order system. You can tell that one book in the Candos library in the Sinnoh region is pretty much illegal in the Candos region for obvious reasons. The Great Candos Wars. No, not great as in amazing. Both of these wars rival around the legendaries of the Candos region, united and dividing. Considering there were two wars, you can put the pieces together on who won, who lost, and how peace was restored between these two legendaries along with the region itself. I know this is a sensitive topic at the time of this video, however, I am not encouraging it or supporting it to continue. This is just a part of Candonian history that needs to be explained. And lastly, the end of the ancient Candos era. This one speaks for itself. This is before modern generation. Yes, even though those two wars took place millions of years after the formation of the region and the disappearance of the original power, it still counts as ancient, as the first war occurred 500 years prior to modern day times, and the second one 125 years prior to modern day times. That sums up Season 1. On to Season 2, which is much longer in terms of explanation. Oh gosh. A detailed fun experience of the storyboard. Remember the XY games and the XY anime in Generation 6? Yeah, see how they managed to take the elements from the game storyboard and turn it into an epic endgame-like thing at the end with all the Kalos gym leaders and the protagonists and Zygarde, can't forget about Zygarde, fighting Lysander. Fanmon will be doing something similar to that to keep viewers interested instead of just using the same elements as on the documented paper storyboard. All events from the beginning to the end of the game. You heard me right. Everything from mini quests to new arrivals to helping the gym leaders save the region to having your championship battle interrupted by the evil organization. Yes and yes, this will be happening. It's better to do this than save it in Season 3. We were supposed to cover the post-game along with its plot. A full party of 6 Pokemon, some of which are either Mega Evolved or Ultranized. What we want to do with this non-programmed game series is to make it feel like it was a game. So, with the 75 Fakemon attempted creations our team created, a full team of 6 Pokemon will be made. Do not fret, as all Pokemon will have their screen time and at least 2 members will be able to Mega Evolve or Ultranize. An evil organization with a sufficient goal. We can all agree that this is the main problem with organizations in the franchise. Either their goal is flat out dumb, like Team Galactic's, or there isn't much content to support it, like Macrocosmos. Team Leaf, the evil organization in the Candos regions, goals ties to Season 1, where the origins of Ultranization were spoken about, the 2 Great Candos Wars, and the dispute between the legendaries. With those historic pieces in mind, the evil organization uses them to their advantage with modern day science, technology, and other stuff. Hopefully this made sense to you. If not, wait until Season 2 arrives and this is brought up again. Rivals, gym leaders, Elite Four members, and the champion all contribute to the story. It's quite shocking how a small number of important characters really do anything to help the region from terror. The last time I remember gym leaders helping to save their region was in Pokemon Black and White 1, where the player is Rama Bianca, called the 8 gym leaders of the Unova region to deal with Team Plasma while the player went to go clash with ends Reshiram or Zekrom. Fortunately, in United in Division, all important characters will do something to help the region this time, post-game included. Famon will also throw in some of their backstories by returning trainer cards from Sword and Shield. Maps and landmarks of the Candos region, along with their inspiration. So, creating a map with all the routes and cities around in one image was impossible. Like I said a majority of times in the past, our team at Fanmon aren't perfect. We don't have the best artistic skills. Therefore, all the eastern, western, southern, and northern Candos areas will be split into different parts. Of course, they'll be on the same map, just in different frames. Also, categories will be given to each landmark with the routes. New mechanics besides alternization. Did you really think Famon would just throw in our new gimmick and not add anything else? Ha 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 ha! Wow, so funny. Mechanics in Pokémon will be changed, and they depend on your progress as a Pokemon trainer. Achievements for completing a set of numbers in the Pokédex will also be implemented to increase players' interest in the Pokédex. Now, here's something new about the directs going forward. Question coverage time will be appearing at the end of every mini and full direct, answering questions people would normally ask. The main purpose is to reduce the repetitive pattern of questions given by random people ins- instead of using our time in the middle of development to answer them, long or short answers. Yes, family will answer your questions, but if you're simply not understanding or there to waste our time, we will ignore you. Take a few seconds to look at these questions or pause the video. That concludes our direct. Thank you for taking the time to discuss the terrain for Pokemon United Division's YouTube series. Remember to wash your hands, wear a mask, and most importantly, enjoy yourself.